Hello everyone, tonight we're going to be doing some more Sims 3 so that we can try and finish out this season before the end of May. I believe that, actually let's check. So it looks like we've probably got about like 2 more episodes this season after this one. The game seems to be freezing momentarily as it processes things. No, you're not joining the painter career or the business career. Alright, I was gonna find a mod that... You know what? Let's do that right now. At least if I can. Let's see. Not seeing any mods so far that will actually stop this. There we go, maybe. No, apparently not. looks like there's stuff I can do with Retuner. I would like to select specific interactions to make no longer autonomous. Okay, settings. I guess general? Yeah, by tunable XML. Actually, by object. Go to sim. Very social play trick. Well, autonomous false. And since apparently just doing that causes them to constantly prank objects around the house instead, also got to turn off Fairy set booby trap. Let's see if she's up here anywhere. No, because this is specifically interactions on Sims, including interactions that Sims do not interacting with a separate object, like reacting to the presence of certain types of Sims. I don't think that's what I need. Okay, so it looks like it's mostly toilets and showers that get pranked, so... Hmm. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing the interaction. And at least not in showers. Well, at least... At least the constant fairy tricks can stop. Now we'll just wait and see if he decides to autonomously prank other things. Because I'm not allowing him to prank his cousin anymore.
Tiganog, Iguan, Zibample Zumaldu, Chepso. Them.
Like I think they actually like lose relationship points for that, so it's definitely useful to not have him just be doing it constantly.
Shabble Zepso? Mimi Zinzi Sagadu.
I know you're sad, but you might as well go out and finish carving your fish.
Anujib Wasasi Passimo.
Yeah, maybe we actually get rid of the sculpting table. Or at least put it in the family inventory just so that he's not constantly spending a bunch of money making his sculptures. Don't tell me he's gonna do this constantly now because he has to constantly do fairy things, and we took away his ability to autonomously do fairy tricks. See, now if only he'd been able to be this good at sculpting when he was allowed to actually make money off of this skill. So if we sell the sculpting station, we'll get 660 for it. So I want is to get Scraptronic Workbench. Because I believe Child Sims can actually he'd start inventing. But since we don't have the money, I do have a backup plan. Gonna let the game save real quick as I go into Edit Town. To me, it seems reasonable to be able to place skill all objects exit in spots around town where they make sense, because like, you know, you did plenty of alchemy last season and never bought an alchemy workstation because the consignment store has one already there. So my thinking is that, you know, it's perfectly reasonable to just place down a workbench over at the junkyard. Especially since, like, who goes to the junkyard to read? Might have to get rid of that fireplace as well, just to make sure that there's room. Ooh, you know, I believe we're specifically allowed to keep anything that you can find at the junkyard as long as you don't sell it. Because usually something you find at the junkyard requires either the handiness skill or paying in some money, or possibly both, to get it operational again. And you know what I see? I'm pretty sure that's either an oven or a washing machine. Actually, it looks like it's dryer. Still, it's part of the 2-part set needed in order for us to never have to use a laundromat again. So maybe move this over here. No, actually, let's just not even worry about that. Like, honestly, kind of gives the junkyard a bit more character. Or if there's, you know, just so happens that it's like owned by an inventor. or who regularly tinkers with the scrap. Now let's just check in and see. Yep. You can start learning inventing as a child. However, you can't salvage. I think maybe you just send someone. This is just too good of a find to pass up. And, you know, kind of makes sense when you're dirt poor to start, or to, you know, salvaging things from the junkyard. Don't know why it took me into the... It took me into that menu, into capture her image mode, because Davis decided to, completely on his own, to send a picture text next to somebody. And he's doing it again.
Dog, Shamo, Donsky, huh?
Right, how about you salvage this couch? And see if you can now get a little bit closer. We had to salvage some extra furniture on the way, but
Oh, Bogsley. Hey. Oh,
dude, you were right next to it.
Bagley. Huh?
How? Well, guess this is just gonna be a thing that keeps happening for a while.
Avenue way, huh? Waba.
David, can you stop for 5 seconds? Ah yes, with a few swipes of his finger, Davis has discovered the vast digital world of social network. From texting to blogging, his customizable smartphone will take Davis to new apps and beyond. I have to basically real quick move this because apparently he can only... Huh? Why are you asking me what my hey Maldino do game? I'm not even entirely sure who that is. Let me just get like a die or something. Because like I have no reason to care. What to someone who my knowledge, is a complete stranger, or should do. And what I believe is like the Arboretum thing. Wait, actually, I've got a command for this. I don't need to roll a physical die. Alright, 2. Search the tunnel. Random person exploring the Arboretum that I don't care about the fate of. Alright, there we go. Dryer secured. Been a rough start, but Maya Maldano knows she's getting closer. Following the sound of splashing water, she quickly comes upon a small waterfall that cascades into a decorative pond. It would be hard for a fairy to cast a spell that allows one to hide underwater. Then again, and there's always a secret cave behind the waterfall. Time to get wet. What should Maya Maldano do? That's another 2. Check behind the waterfall, I guess. I don't know why you're asking me, considering I'm not involved in this. Hey, Davis, so that lastly didn't pan out too well, but now Maya Blandino is closer than ever. This is her last chance. It all comes down to this. Maya Maldano has followed a path into a small clearing. At the edge of the clearing, hanging in the branches of a little tree, she spies a fairy house. She can then just hear the sound of music coming from inside it. There's also a small pile of garden stones stacked into a pyramid. It wouldn't catch her attention except that impressions in the ground reveal that the stones were recently moved. What are these fairies up to? There's only time for one more search. What should Maya Maldano do? Look inside the fairy. Oh. I was kind of hoping that would be one of the ones that can be fixed up with the handiness skill. No. And there's not even like a reduction on the cost. Curfew's 10 p.m., so... And the kid that was supposedly coming home with Quentin doesn't appear to be here, so... Maybe we just send him off to the junkyard to go dabble. Because he can do that for at least a couple sim hours before or curfew hits. You're not gonna become a business partner. Good, he's got a wish to learn the inventing skills, so he's gonna get a little bit of extra lifetime happiness points.
Lagi Neski Taj.
Wibza. Changabana Tanushka. Arbukal Kanab.
Taj.
Mibiwab Jeeps. Ni Bulalabats. Meebs.
Hopefully these
Nepizeka Boo. Sadurpa.
these people are just hanging out at the junkyard for some reason and don't get in the way. Fortunately, they don't seem to be.
Nabazine. Clerge. Rube. Seal Tau Voda. Duo Glabiglarn van de Skije?
I'm probably gonna have to send him home around like 8.
Huba. Sobidan Chibaru. Walia Bandaglarn. And Sum.
Wolfie.
Warbla. Overnivad.
Jarius.
He just wants to start a blog.
Venus. Yost Glenol.
I have no idea
Nooch.
what's going on with that arboretum stuff.
Quanta CD.
Bizzlefluga. Lumley. Kadaz. With Ganache.
Well, Bwip Snorkel.
Wolfie.
Shishuba. Donpa.
It's worth noting that I'm pretty sure you're allowed to. Oh, guess Lacey did come over.
Bumcha.
Now just gotta wait a little while Quentin works on his inventing skill. Smashes his thumb like 5 times. And now he's too tired, so. Which, you know, it's right around 8, so we might as well just head on home. So you can make sure that it's not out past curfew. You're supposed to sleep, not just nap. I specifically told you to sleep. Not nap and then sleep. So this is gonna hurt. Hurt it. Something's grayed a little bit. Snap. Time to just fast forward on through the night. Jin's got none of his homework because he spent pretty much the entire time after school. Well, before he went to bed, working on his inventing skill.
Oh, ages.
Yeah, we still don't have a functional stove. But yeah, maybe in 2 days when James gets a new job, we'll start getting enough money. Need to fix some of this stuff. Probably not, because it'll be a level 1 job. Which technically, in like 2 days, Quentin will also be a teenager, which means he'll be able to actually work, because I'm pretty sure we're allowed to have teens work any part-time job. Yep, children may, any teens in our household may have part-time jobs if you wish. And if Davis starts a blog and gets some unsolicited donations, then we can keep those as well. only the unsolicited ones because as he's not in the journalist career. So we're not allowed to actually actively ask for donations. Maybe we can even have like a birthday party at a location somewhere there around town. Because this house is very much too small for a good-sized party. So yeah. We'll start being able to make somewhat decent money in like 2 sim days. Because I think given the situation, James is probably gonna make his son get a job, whether he wants one or not. Just because, you know, plus, you know, some of that money's gonna go to stuff that benefits it's Quentin as much as it benefits anyone else. You know, stuff like, you know, maybe having his own room. Rather than having to sleep in what is effectively the kitchen. You know, the exact same spot that his crib was for his first few days of life. Like even, like James at least got his own room, even if it was barely large enough for his bed. But at least he got privacy. You know, this house has exactly 2 rooms. One of which is a bathroom.
Fraggin' kloosh!
I know you're sad, kid, but you need to eat. Otherwise, you're gonna have to go to school hungry. And that's just gonna make your grades even worse than... There was the... your homework than your lack of completed homework already is. Granted, I mean, it's my fault that, well, for the most part, that he didn't complete his homework, but he got the one to learn the inventing skill. Also, he shares some of the blame for the fact that he didn't get his homework done. Well, we don't have enough money to pay our bills. So hopefully they won't be due too soon. Okay, looks like you've got time. And you know what? Let's have Davis make that blog. You're not blogging on workplace shenanigans. You don't have a workplace. The question is what to actually name this blog. You know, let me see if there's blog name generator somewhere online. There probably is. I don't really need an AI powered one. Yeah, I know that's a hip new trend. But just a regular name generator will be fine. And for me, here's one of the don't really have a key phrase, so that one's not gonna work. A lot of these want me to enter her words. Here we go. So I think that has a theme in mind that I'm not really looking for. You know what? Some nice alliteration. What to do when your partner is obsessed with a physical confrontation? You're not sure. Got him 2 followers. But he is blogged out. how about you work on your late homework? Because, you know, you've got a full day's homework to catch up on. But, you know, you're a genius. That should be a cinch for you. It's good to know that Albert Pock's experiment on who knows what. Hey, it's Tamika. Ivy, yesterday me and my partner had a big fight. It's the smallest things these days, but I don't know what to do anymore. Well, depending on who you're calling. Yeah, you know, yeah, like, kind of just assess your communication style. Why are you playing Avatar? Don't think you have any traits or anything that influence that. Cameron? Like, we're not really gonna... Like, effectively... We'll just be getting a discount on... on the cost of fixing the stove and buying the cookie recipe. If we ever actually do complete this task, which, you know, fortunately, no expiration date. This task will seemingly be available forever. Well, Quentin was able to finish his homework. In fact, actually, he's doing better in school. Well, because he's no longer mourning. He completed his homework. So now he's a B student instead of a C student. They might just be able to get that eccentric trait yet. You know, if he can do well in school for these next couple days, it just depends on how well he needs to. Yeah, you know what? He's not gonna hop on the bus and head home. He's gonna go to the junkyard again. Because he hasn't even gained his first level in inventing. But you know, we can just about leave the adults to their own devices because they're doing nothing important. Although they have spent a bit more of the money. But, you know, one more day and James will be able to start a new job tomorrow. He'll be able to go off and start doing science. Then he'll actually be bringing in some money. And it'll finally be above Stefan simoleons and on a regular basis again.
Kixie.
So I think that's another dryer. Like, actually, let's... I think that's a dryer because it appears to be loading from the front, and all dryers in this game appear to be front loaders, whereas all washers seem to be top loaders. Yep, time for him to smash his thumb a bit more.
Me, Sieb Lepsoti, or Harn.
Storty Derumte.
Zork, me Yarka Denzel.
Right now he knows how to invent. And he even got a smasher for his troubles.
Ricky Malian.
Ebadoons moozle. Ow,
Inakasikuri. Imalikiriti.
So I can spend a couple more hours working on inventing. I don't know why game keeps putting the walls back up.
Ton.
Jeep, Johnny's the boss team.
Which actually
Sipto, McGritty Bump, Ribby Wib.
seems to
Go, Booby Tuna Rock.
seems like it doesn't even have anything to do with my settings
Arblanopsu, Nerd,
because like it's still in
Shabusa,
cutaway mode.
some Dazzle.
How it just seems to stop respecting the setting after a little while.
Bama say, Bama so. Zepto me some ta.
Now, at least this means that he's getting through these completely decorative inventions early. Like these are pretty much just gonna like sit in his inventory because we can't sell them because he's not in the inventing career. In fact, if we had rolled that career, he could start selling them immediately. Okay, so the workbench has run out of scrap. But I mean, we're right here. But seeing as how it's 7, then he might as well just head home. Because, you know, he doesn't want to get caught after curfew. And even once he's a teen, he's only gonna get an extra hour. Well, I think high school is an hour shorter or something, so we'll get a little bit extra time. I'm beyond that extra hour or before curfew. Just double check to make sure that... Yeah, because... I think... Yeah, opposites attract was our random fun for this generation. you need to go to sleep. In fact, all of you probably need to go to sleep first. First, Quentin needs to eat one of these leftover peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. As before he goes to bed. Now after he's had his sandwich, he's actually tired. It's time to fast forward through the night again. What? Why is this child here? Like, what do you want, random child? Well, whatever it was must not have been that big of a priority. Maybe because they left. One day before our Quentin becomes a teen. Now, I'm gonna be right back because I could use something to drink. Alright, I am back, so let's keep going for this next hour and a half thereabouts. Quentin's gonna have to do some late homework again. And if he wants to keep up with his grades, this is also the last day of elementary school he has, because even then, if because even if he was gonna be a child for another day, Chad basically would be. Like, he could go to elementary school one more time if tomorrow wasn't Love Day. Useless, I'm pretty sure he gets a day off for that. Like, I think pretty much every holiday in the game is a day off from work and school. even though that's not entirely realistic, because I don't think Valentine's Day is usually a day off in real life. Like usually it's like the family-centered holidays that get the most like day off time. You know, the winter holidays. And which like really are probably mostly, which for most workplaces is probably this is in schools is probably gonna be mostly Christmas, because Christianity is the assumed standard. You know, Christmas, Thanksgiving. Halloween doesn't really make sense to be a day off because most of the festivities for that happen at night anyway. Like I know here in the US it's usually it's usually like Christmas, Thanksgiving, and like the general sort of patriotic holidays. These, you know, 4th of July, Labor Day, Memorial Day. Maybe President's Day. Hey, I don't know. I think President's Day is usually mostly just sales. Dude, what was with you and your air guitar? Like, none of your traits involve that at all. You know, you're artistic, not a virtuoso. What did we just get 2,220 simoleons from? You sure we're not supposed to have that, so... Because, like... Oh, well, it's... Huh. It's fake. It's fake money, I guess. Yeah, we just gained 2,220 in counterfeit simoleons that are not accepted at any business. Well, they're gone. I was about to test if we can at least, like, do tax fraud with them. Or something, but they're gone. Would love to know... Because that's twice that we've randomly been given just like a whole bunch of money, only for it to vanish. Would love to find out what's causing that to happen. But honestly, like, you know, it doesn't even... doesn't even really affect anything, it's just kind of funny. the way the game is like borderline taunting this family. They're like, here, have some money. We're immediately taking it away, and like even when it appears to be there, you can't even spend it on anything. Have fun. Like, we're just gonna do basically the we're gonna just real quick do the financial equivalent of the way games like Yu-Gi-Oh! Tack on extra zeros to make numbers more impressive when it functionally changes absolutely nothing. Because all of the numbers are preposterous. Go to school, oh you little shit. Don't just start running home for no reason. Like, you're literally within walking distance of the school. There's no reason for you to head home right now. It does seem like some of the teens are also leaving the school abruptly. Don't know if something's bugged or I should be concerned. Seems randomizer mod hit a snag. Still 6 days ago, so we... That's just my way of keeping track of when it's been a week. Which technically, I'm pretty sure, like, I could have sent him over to the town hall to register as self-employed, at least. I think I actually give him a stipend. Well, apparently the sink's broken, so we might as well fix that. Unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to do anything about... Don't think... Like, I think we're gonna get something repossessed. because got no time much at all to get money together to actually be able to pay our bills. Unless somebody gets an opportunity that is worth money. I think maybe there are some school opportunities that children can get that are worth money. I think a lot of those are probably more teens and children. Well, Quentin's at least he's got his homework done. Probably gonna finish elementary school as a B student though.
I bleed. Har. Awabazop. Kadoob. Pilko Webney. Barco Tansy. Badinaflap.
Let's just hope that they don't repossess anything super important. Like, yeah, maybe they'll take one of these sculptures or something.
Orlib Danya. Sediz Wa.
Akko Measle Bomb. Sakiza Zeetzaga.
Yes, it looks like by the time James even joins the science career, it's probably gonna be too late.
Cheap Johnny Sebastian, Z.
And of course that phone call is just somebody wanting to chat. Maybe they'll just repossess his gnome. Yeah, that would be fine. And it's just kind of been here this entire time because we can't sell it.
Shippy Vepsa.
It may very well be that'll be what they'll repossess is the gnome or something outside. Hey, like these statues or something. Because it all comes down to how the logic works. Maybe it will just be, they take the first thing they see out, that's worth enough to cover the bill. time to save the game again. You know, once well, there's an eating contest. Guess maybe that'll net us some money. Guess we have to send somebody over to the lot itself to be able to participate in the eating contest. Meanwhile, we're gonna send Quentin off to the junkyard again. Yeah, let's just send James over to the lot where the eating contest is happening and see if he can participate when he gets there. Maybe, just maybe, this is something that can net us some money. Yes. Let's compete in eating contest. If I recall correctly, either you or perhaps, you know, I think it was James that did have quite a successful eating contest in the past. But, you know, maybe, you know, if you do well in the eating contest, maybe you can get us some money, pay that bill. Meanwhile, his son is off digging through trash. So that he can continue inventing. James, the eating contest is almost done. Maybe all we need is this eating contest to, that's like 30 simoleons. And it net us 1,000. Yeah, you're not donating any of that to charity, dude. You pretty much are the charity. So now we can pay the bill and not get anything repossessed. Like, honestly, this is kind of... like, this feels like the premise of, like, a TV movie. Oh no, they're gonna foreclose on our house. Wait, Dad used to be a champion of the eating contest circuit back in the day. If he can win the championship, we can save our home. With the winnings. Because I want to say James has done an eating contest before at some point. Because I'm pretty sure it was a guy, and I'm pretty sure it was an adult that did it. So it would have to be James, Stanley, or Quentin. Which I'm sure, you know, the event is in the footage somewhere. There from a previous this episode. You know what? What do we do with all this money first? Alright, there we go. Now we have a second room. We have a third room in the house. And we've still got enough money. Provided giving this room some wallpaper and some flooring isn't too prohibitively expensive, and it's not. And also buying a light for it. This is probably going to be almost exactly enough money. Buy like the cookie recipe so that we can bake some cookies and complete this opportunity. Speaking of making money, let's... in fact, actually, the eating contest is technically still happening. I imagine it's probably... if we sent... well, I mean... yeah, I mean, even if it lets me, I'm not gonna go for it, just because... the rules of the challenge specify, if it feels cheaty, why are you considering it? You know, use your best judgment on what it seems seems appropriate for the challenge if it's not explicitly covered by the rules. And I think abusing what is most likely a glitch to be able to win 1,000 simoleons from an eating contest multiple times over is probably gonna fall under is probably gonna, fall under sort of miscellaneous scummy behavior. Hey, now James has a job because it's been 7 days since he quit his last job to become a sculptor. And so now he can do this for 7 days until he becomes an elder. And then when he becomes an elder essentially, he will switch over to being an acrobat. Which means I will have to set up showtime. Yeah. Like this has essentially lasted longer than I originally planned, mostly because it took a little while to get Deidre into the household. Right, Quentin probably needs to just head home. Got 26 scrap, but it is also around 8:30, so it is high time he went home. If we can get more good opportunities like that, then we might be able to get a laundry setup up at home yet. How about you two stop just hanging out in Quentin's bedroom? All three of you are sleepy. And yeah, the kid's gonna want to go to bed once he gets out of the shower. We'll probably do the birthday celebration at like 3. So yeah, we also kind of need to we could at least At least covering the exterior walls is free. Also, I'm pretty sure this room doesn't have a roof on it. Nope, it actually does. Let's guess we've got auto roofs on. You know, maybe I won't worry about throwing an actual, official party. It'll just be a small family thing. But just because of the time... Actually, I guess not, because if 12 days a day off for everyone, then and we don't have to really worry about it. And James will just have his... No, but actually looks like... looking like it's not a day off. So James will actually be starting his job as a test subject over at the science lab up today. Which, hey, at least he's almost got enough handiness to actually get a promotion just because he's had to fix stuff around the house. And like basically,
Me too.
this is gonna be the time maybe I could get away with having him gain skills that count towards his career. Simply because like I guess, as long as I'm not doing it with the as long as I'm not like having him tinker with the express intent of gaining the handiness skill. Like, tinkering, definitely not. Well, it should be fine if, like, he repairs stuff when he's the only one available to repair. But that's probably not gonna be the situation very often. In fact, really, Davis is probably gonna be the main one repairing things.
Monoc? Sibo?
Okay, so it is a day off, so yeah, we've got time. We can just go ahead and do the thing. Because I'm pretty sure, like, B is the best grade that Quentin's gonna get in elementary school, because I'm pretty sure Sims only gain higher grades when they're actually actively at school.
Fumi!
Yeah, so he gained the loves the cold trait. Oh boy, we've got this happening again. Yeah, climb into the branches, I guess. And let's style this kid a little bit. First, let's see what his favorite color is. His favorite color is turquoise. Because I might as well incorporate his favorite color into his outfit a little bit. What hairstyle do we want them to have? Yeah, you could almost pull that off. Maybe he goes for a beanie? Yeah, that seems fine. You know, that makes sense that, someone living in a family that has a grand total of 10 simoleons would have kind of ratty shoes. There we go. That's some approximation of turquoise. More of a teal, but, perhaps even a cerulean. I did say that maybe he gets glasses when he's older. Yeah, there we go. Like that, they suit him more now that he's older. Older for some reason. go down the ladder. But at least this particular sort of explorer is at least a relative. So, oh, there is that. To give me a bit more of a motive to actually care. Right, change into your everyday outfit. You know, the one that I just finished designing. And of course we've got the university mascot because we have a teen in the house now.
Oh, guten Wort.
Oh, Wurzel.
Can you already eat a slice of cake? Why are you grabbing more? You know, let's just, use the newspaper to find a part-time job. Mausoleum clerk, neighborhood patrol, delinquent. Yeah, let's go mausoleum clerk, I guess.
Oh, Sackjorg, Hagley. Huh?
We can't even do the laundry because we don't have the money. You know, today's a good day to work on that inventing skill. Oh, because it's a day off from school. Right, so now James broke the toilet, so he repairs it, and that gave him that last little bit of his next level in handiness. I'm gonna save real quick. It's not starting to freeze up a little bit, so Yeah, we definitely need somebody to go over to the laundromat. I'm pretty sure it's 40 simoleons to use the washer and dryer at the laundromat, so... Well, we kinda can't. Not until at least tomorrow. Because once either of these two gets home from work, we'll definitely have the money. And they'll both be working tomorrow. Yeah, sure, especially since I believe that's your girlfriend, so you might as well talk to her on Love Day. And Quentin's out of scrap again. Well, there's also a formal dance happening on Sunday. Yeah, I think that's where I might actually leave The Sims 3 for tonight. But I'm gonna stay live for like 50 more minutes, you know, to get a full 3 hours in. But I'll probably switch over to some Balatro for those remaining 50 minutes. So I'm gonna save the game, and then I will be right back with Balatro. So I want to get like a run or two in. And I was planning on doing some Balatro over on TikTok, but then my TikTok live access expired before I could. Like I got one stream in over there, and then my access expired. So I have to, like, I might reapply for access in like September after the summerthon is over.